This call is being recorded.
Know now that you are one with the earth. You feel the energy of the earth. You feel the oneness. Feel the connection that you have with Gaia. Gaia is you, and you are Gaia. All is as one. Feel that connection now. Feel your heartbeat in your astral body, matching the heartbeat in your physical body. It also matches the heartbeat of Gaia herself. You feel the breath in the breeze, in the wave. Now as you feel that connection, begin to feel the connection outside of the earth, beyond the earth, the connection to the other planets in the solar system. If you want, you can stay there on the beach and feel this, or you can fly up above the earth into the solar system. Feel the connection with all the planets in this solar system. And feel beyond the solar system, through the sun, into the galaxy. A connection to all of the suns within the galaxy. All of the different solar systems within the galaxy all have a central sun. Connecting to all of those central suns. Then through the galaxy central sun, to all of the other galaxies and all of their solar systems. And finally to the central sun of the universe. So you've gone through billions of galaxies. Come to the central sun of the universe. All is connected. All is one. One with the source. All it is within this universe. And now watch as an energy builds up on the central sun of the universe and shoots down from there to all of the central suns of all of the galaxies. All of the central suns within all of the solar systems within each galaxy. Down finally to the central sun of this galaxy, to the solar system planets, to all of the ships, down to the earth. This wave of energy, wave of consciousness, striking the earth. You can literally see this energy. Not only feel it, but see it. Many will see this energy as it comes, for it will be unmistakable. Some will see it as similar to the aurora borealis, the many different colors coming in the sky, coming down closer and closer to the earth. So it comes to the surface of the earth and spreads out in all directions as a tsunami of love, of consciousness, of oneness, spreading out, going to all corners of the planet, bringing light, bringing higher vibrational consciousness with it. Feel this consciousness now as it moves across the planet. See it from the point of view of looking down at it from above, but also be there in your astral body. There, if you're still on that beach scene, feel that energy, that consciousness come across into your body, your astral body. Yes, eventually into your physical body as well. Feel the bliss that comes over you. As if in the day when you felt everything was right in your world, even if it was only for moments, you felt everything was exactly as it should be, exactly as it could be. You were elated and blissful and in joy. Now take that moment that you might remember, multiply it hundreds of times over. You'll begin to approximate what the event will bring to the world. How those who are ready for this vibration will have the best result from this, the best experience. Those who are not ready, those who refuse the energy, will not have quite as good of an experience. See this consciousness now changing everything, evolving everything, all life forms on the planet. Whether rock, plant, animal, or human. All evolving to a new, higher state of consciousness. And all the ensuing changes that would come as a result of this. Visualize that for a moment, what that would be like. What your economy would be like. What your lives would be like. Where everything would begin to change. They even visualize coming down of those from above and those from below coming up, merging, all coming together. A great compression breakthrough. Take a moment to let your visualizations or imagination run wild here. That would be like not only for you, but for all life Now begin to drift back towards your physical body, bringing your astral body back into your physical. You were on that beach. Leave that beach scene now. Come back to your physical body, into your body, into a complete state of consciousness and circulation, fully revitalized and refreshed. I am Saint Germain. I come to all of you now with the violet flame to continue to utilize this as a tool, and only a tool, to continue to purge out all the old programming within you. No longer has a reason to be there. All of that programming was there for a reason in the illusion that is, yes, of your creation, part of the experiment. That experiment is over. The illusion is over. And the programming that continues to hold that illusion together is over, if you allow it to be. So utilize the violet flame to purge out the old and to bring on the new. As a flame, you have your campfires. It purges out whatever you throw into it, or rather your forest fires, not your campfire, but your forest fires. But burn out all the old underbrush. And over a period of time, the new growth begins, comes up anew. This is what is happening within your bodies now. We're purging out the old programming, the old cells in your body, the old cells that no longer function, the dead cells. And the new ones are coming on. Yes, you can regenerate your cellular structure, as you are all doing. Continue to allow the process to happen. Feel the energies coming in. Experience the energies. Be with the energies. Do not fight them. Or if you fight the energies coming in, they will have their way with you. If you allow the energies, allow the flow of the energies, then those energies will take you along with them into the higher vibrations. The more that you allow for the flow, the more you will continue to rise up in the vibrations, rise in consciousness, become who you were meant to be. For all of you now, as these energies continue to move in these waves of energy, you are more and more acclimating to these energies so that you are able to take more and more of them. But if there comes a time when the energies are too strong, you can simply ask that they be backed off for you. And they will be. But if you can handle them, if you can take them, knowing that it is temporary, that the changes, The shifts that come as a result of these energies is temporary. The ailments, the pains, the aches is temporary. The heart fluctuation, the feeling of the illness is temporary. If you know that, then you will continue to allow the energies to come. Not to the point where they could become life-threatening. If it comes to that, then you must seek assistance. But before that, allow the energies, allow the flow, knowing that the waves of energies are going to increase now, quite drastically at times. So allow for that to be. The energies, the waves of energy, as they increase more and more, know that it is all happening for a reason. It is all part of the great orchestration that is occurring here. And there is so much help that you have from above, from those called the Galactics, and from below, those called the Agarthans. They are all here to assist. You have the light resistance force here on the planet that consists of both boots on the ground and those from above and below. They are all in the process of bringing you closer and closer to the event. But in order for the event to happen, consciousness must increase to a point where enough have awakened across the planet. And in order for more and more to awaken, it is up to you, the light workers, and even more so the warriors, the ones who will go out now, not out of your comfort zones or to affect another's comfort zone, but to reach out beyond yourself and assist those who are in that awakening process as much as you can. Reach out your light. Bring others forward to this group, to other groups, whatever it might be, where they can be with like vibrations, just as you are. For there are many out there now that are searching. They're searching for the light. Even if they do not know what the light is, they are searching for it. They are reaching. They're reaching for your hands to help to guide them. So as one reaches for you, grasp their hand. Invite them into your circle, into this group, into many of the other groups. Show them the way, just as Yeshua came and showed the way. As he said, I am the way, the truth, and the life, or the light. So too are you that. We are all that. We are all the way, the truth, and the life, or light. So reach out now to your brothers and sisters. Reach out for help from those galactics above, from the company of heaven, and from those of the Garthans below. Ask for their assistance. and helping all of those who are coming into the awakening process. Because as more and more awaken into the higher levels of consciousness, as consciousness increases across the planet, then the event can commence. Up until that time, the waves of energy will continue and will become stronger and stronger and stronger. Those who can handle the energies will do so. Those who cannot will find an alternative route. I am Saint Germain. I leave you now with the violet flame for all of you. Again, as a tool to utilize to help not only to assist in moving beyond your programming, but to assist in helping others move beyond theirs. The illusion must fall, and in its place will become a new reality, a new sense of peace and love and tranquil calmness across the planet. All of my peace and love be with all of you. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om. Greetings to you. One who serves here, you can come back to your phones now and let us hear your smiling or your happy voices here, and associate your happy voices with your smiling faces.
We love you.
We love you too. Yes, yes.
Love you.
Very good. Now we are ready for question and answer time. And we do this for a reason. We do this to allow you to have an opportunity to ask your questions and to be able to do so and not feel like you are being ridiculed or that there is something wrong with your question, because there are no wrong questions here. The only wrong question is the one that isn't asked. Okay? So do you have any questions here? We know there is one. We are expecting one particular one to come if she is willing to ask it.
Yes, I am here.
Yes. We
Yes,
are
one
ready for
reserved.
this, dear sister.
Thank you, one reserved. Well, my question to you is basically about where we as a family go from here, because many of us have been at this for some time now. We've been the light holders, and we've been the light sharers, and we've been the light workers. And we've also reunited with our galactic family members, and we've come together in unity. And then as each of us have proceeded along at our own pace towards our ultimate realization of ourselves, and the family is growing together in this wisdom, and the teachings that you have given and our ascended masters and our archangels have gifted to us, we all are receiving this. But it appears that a new phase in our development has arrived for many of us, in which possibly a space for expanded growth and service is required. For those of us that may be ready to step into this role of the light warrior. Maybe it could be seen as an inner council or the heart of the family, where the teachings that are given to us are expanded and practiced and then shared with the whole. Do you have any guidance for us concerning the initiation and development of this for our family here?
Yes, we do. When you consider the light worker community, And we consider all of you the light worker community and all of those who are awakening to their missions, their understanding of who they are, even if they have not come to the point where they are fully aware, more or less as you are in this group, in the understanding that you have, but they are coming aboard as well, coming online, you might say, into the awakened process. And as they come awakened as the light worker community, they come to a point, and we're speaking of the collective now, you all come to a point where you begin to realize that there is more than just simply being the worker here, more than simply just anchoring or holding the light, that there is the opportunity to go beyond this now, to be of service to the light. And in so doing, that is when you begin to reach out, as Archangel Michael has asked you to do, as Saint Germain has now just asked you to do today, to reach out your light whenever you can and become the warrior of light. And that is where many of you have arrived now. This is why we, as the ones working with you, the Ascended Masters working with you directly, as well as the Galactics and the Agarthans, all that are working with this group and all those who resonate to these words that come through, we are all here to assist and help you to move to the point where you can become more and more of service to yourselves as well as to others. And in that process now is where you find yourselves. Many of you find yourselves ready and asking, well, what is our mission? What can we do now? What is next? How can we be of service? And when you begin to ask those questions, now the answer will come. And it is coming to many of you here in this group as you begin to realize that what is the next step here? And the next step is coming. We are preparing the next step for you in this next advance, and it will be beyond anything yet that you have experienced because of the point that many of you are coming to here in terms of being of service to the light. And as you are ready for this service, then you are going to be prepared to be in the, what you would call the inner circle. And the inner circle will begin to be put together, you might say, brought together here as the need arises, as the times continue, or as the vibrations continue to arise. And you will find yourselves being in that situation that Yeshua and his 12 disciples and those beyond those 12 as well found themselves, in that they were ready now for the inner mysteries. They were ready for the greater mysteries, we would say. And there were those who were ready for this, and there were those outside of that inner circle that were not ready for this, that he spoke to in stories and parables, attempting to bring the information to them just as we do with you. But again, there comes a time, and there came a time with them, and there is a time now for those of you in this group and many other groups across the planet where it is time now to move to that inner circle, we would say. As to how to develop that inner circle, that will be up to you. But it will come as a result of being ready to be a part of this. Now, this is open, we will say, to all who are ready for it. Okay, that is what we have to say. Shoshana, we know that you are ready to add to this.
We wish to share our perspective on that which has been given and that which has been asked. Our perspective is a practical one as we see it. And a practical perspective would say that there is no student without the teacher. There is no teacher without the student. We would say that we would give an example, for example, of an academic example of math. A teacher that knows calculus, a teacher that knows algebra, a teacher that understands geometry, for example, can teach the other student, the student that only maybe has basics. The teacher that has a fuller understanding of what needs to be given to that student can take the student's basic understanding and expand it. What we would say, and what we believe what is being asked here, is that those that are ready to be in the position of teacher, and those that are ready to give the student a fuller understanding of geometry or calculus, for example, can step forward and teach those and show those through their own understanding, their own experience, their own level of wisdom, another more expanded understanding of what a warrior is and what a warrior serves and what a warrior expands in this realm and beyond. That is our understanding of what is being asked. We do not believe that all are ready to step into this position, as this position is extremely responsible and extremely committed to the expansion beyond the expansion that we have seen in this group. So we would say that those that are ready to test themselves to be those that expand the expansion are ready for this. That is what we have to share. Namaste.
Very good.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Does this answer your question, dear sister?
Yes, my dear one who serves, and Shoshana, I thank you, and I hope that this is going to help with the expansion and the growth of our family. Thank you.
Yes, all we would say here is be patient here. Do not rush things. Let them flow. It is all about flowing, going with the flow here. But the flow is taking you in a certain direction. Go in that direction, okay?
May we share additionally?
Yes, please.
We feel an anxiousness on many parts, on many of those that are listening. We feel your heartbeat. We feel an anxiousness to move forward, to uplift, to expand, to become more than what has been presented so far. We feel that. And we must take heed in what One Who Serves is saying, that we must let it flow. We must let it develop without an apprehension or anxiousness that would occur out of a desire for expansion. So we must let this develop organically and with wisdom. And we should call, we can't, no shoulds, we would benefit from calling upon the wisdom of those that have wisdom to help us understand how to develop this part of the group. Namaste.
Very good. Do we have other questions here now?
I have a question. This is Dr. Wanda. One who serves. I would like for you to give a good definition of astral travel versus lucid dreaming. I've been trying to explain the difference because I I do a lot of lucid dreaming, and I'm in a deep sleep, and I remember my dreams. But when I do astral travel, I actually leave my body, and it's like a real experience, like I'm actually going on a real trip. And I haven't been able to explain that to people in such a way that they really understand it. So I was wondering if you could give your interpretation.
Yes, you are not going like on a real trip. You are on a real trip. That is what people need to understand and come to the understanding that when they go on these astral trips, they are as real as their own trips in their cars or their planes or whatever it might be, and in some cases even more real. But it depends on the person that is doing it and the significance that they put on this. If they believe that they are having this trip and it is simply their imagination and all of this, and not as real as it could be, then that is exactly what it is. But if they allow the process, allow the understanding that the physical body isn't even as real as the astral in the etheric body, then they begin to appreciate what is really possible here in terms of going from the place where you find your physical body there now to a place far, far away, to another planet, to another galaxy, to another area of the planet, instantaneously by thought. And in that reality is the new age that is coming upon you now. Coming to more and more understand that you have this power, this ability to do this. And as you practice this and utilize this more and more, as we do in these weekly meditations, guided meditations that we do with you, to help you to understand the reality of what is you are really accomplishing here. As to the lucid dreaming, that of course is during your sleep state. We will again not use the term dream state, we will say your sleep state. And that is when you take charge of your dream. You take charge of your multidimensional reality that you are in and become at an understanding that it is real in that moment. So to differentiate the two, the astral travel and the lucid dreaming, that is really not too much of a difference here, as they are kind of one and the same. The difference would be the lucid dreaming is more often during your sleep state time, whereas your astral travels are more during your conscious awakening time, or your meditation time, we will say here. Okay? Although you do have your astral trips as well during your sleep state. Okay, anything to add here, Shoshana?
We wish to make this simple. May we share our perspective with you, sister?
Yes.
We would say, we would encapsulate it this way. Lucid dreaming is when the conscious mind that is attached to the physical body participates in the dream, enters the dream as a conscious, knowing mind. In an astral experience, the conscious mind has detached completely and stays with the body, and the astral travel is done by the astral body. That is the difference that you can explain to those that wish to understand. Does this help you?
Yes. Thank you very much. I just wanted to put that out to the group as an understanding for all of us. And I thank you very much for your answer.
Very good. We move on. Are there other questions here?
Yes, this is Lorelei.
Yes.
Hello, dear brother. And all of my brothers and sisters out there. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of questions I'd love to get answers to, but I'll just start with this one for today. So I was out today walking around this beautiful a flea market kind of antique show, and one person literally pulled me right over to his booth, and I just wasn't quite sure why, but he just started talking to me. Just like he started talking to me, and then he proceeded to tell me all about how miserable he was and how he hated to be there and how he doesn't like the customers and this and that and the other thing. And as he's saying that, I'm thinking to myself, like, why did you pull me over? And he literally answered my question. He said, I just started talking to you because you look so happy to be here. and so I thought, okay, so it's like this moth to this flame kind of experience that some people have, and I kind of get this a fair amount. It's like there's people that are just drawn to me like almost like a moth to a flame. Not that the flame is a bad thing, but they just feel something and they just want something and they don't kind of know what they want. And as I was sitting there, I was trying to think, what can I even say here to all this darkness? And so as you were speaking about, the light warriors or whatnot, because I think some of us are starting to sort of like explore that arena, and instead of just walking away from that, and I kind of just, after a few minutes, I kind of just found a way to walk away. Is there things that can be said to bring something different to, I mean, I did say, oh, I'm just having a great day, and it's a beautiful day, and with my sisters and whatnot, but is there more that can be said with people like that to try to flip something around?
We wish to share.
Yes, please do, Shoshana.
Dear Lorelei, our sister, may we share with you our perspective, even though you addressed one who serves. May we first share with you?
Definitely.
Our dear sister, there are two parts to this experience that you have. The first part is your compassionate heart. You are open-hearted, highly compassionate, and sensitive to all. This is how we find you. And in that, those that wish to tell their story will be attracted to you because you are open-hearted. So beware of this. Because of your empathy for others, your empathic ways, your compassionate heart, those that are victimized and feel victimized will be drawn to that, and you must, if you wish, protect that part of you from being drawn in. If you can do that, then you can listen all day long to these stories. If it is something that lowers your vibration and makes you feel as if you didn't want to hear it to begin with, then you must find a way to deal with it that you would not be as open as you are today. That is the first part. The second part is this. If you wish to change someone's attitude, if you truly wish to do that, then there is only one way, and that is the truth. When we speak the truth to another, they may not hear it in that moment, but they will hear it eventually. So when someone is victimized by their circumstances, and they are creating that victimization, as you have explained in this experience that you had, the only thing that you can do as a conscious knowing self is to tell the truth. Dear sir, you are bringing my vibration down rapidly. I do not wish to participate in victimization. You have every right to create your reality as I am creating my reality, walking around this beautiful experience feeling happy. It is because I am creating it. So you must take power. You must learn to create your reality beyond this feeling, this dread that you have. Does this make sense to you, my dear sister?
Wow, yeah, that's powerful. Wow, yes, thank you.
Namaste. We love you so much.
We would add here that you have a saying, misery loves company. But there are times when those that are miserable do not want the same miserable company. They want something above and beyond that. They search for the light, as you said, the moth searching for the light. And there are times when that occurs and the light comes to them. And the light came to them in terms of you, my dear sister, in this respect. But what we would say to you is to just be yourself. Be the light. You don't need to say anything specific, although Shoshana gave wonderful suggestion there as to how to go about it, to speak the truth. Always speak the truth. But go even beyond speaking the truth. Be the truth. Be the light within you. Share that light wherever you can, and let it fall as it will on whatever it shall fall on. Okay?
Yes, thank you so much.
Yes. We move on. Another question here before we release John.
Greetings, this is Moses. I wanted to inquire about the year 2037. Recent channeling came down from another source, sort of explaining that this is the last call. That this is essentially how long we have to do our job as light warriors and light bearers and sharers to try to bring up to speed our brothers and sisters on Gaia. But I was wondering if you could share more about this, drop dead date. Thank you very much.
We would say to you, if you want to wait to the year 2037, you are welcome to do so, but we're not waiting that long. So it is not going to be that kind of a time frame here. But understand that everything is always about consciousness, collective consciousness here. And the collective consciousness that is shifting and changing now is related much more to a much quicker time, we will say, without giving dates. We do not give dates and times anymore since the December 21st, 2012 time frame. This is not happening anymore. And anytime anyone gives you an actual date, they cannot do so because they do not know so. The only one that knows what the date, time frame is going to be is the source itself. And the source has not given that time frame yet. But we can say, as we have said many times, consciousness is changing across the planet. The lights are coming on everywhere. And it is leading more and more to these waves of energies that are coming into the planet, increasing vibrations across the planet. And as the vibrations continue to increase across the planet, it will lead more and more to the event actually being able to take place here, and the rise of consciousness that will ensue as a result of this. So we would say for you, dear one, to put aside this date, time, drop dead date, as you said, and do not think about it in those terminologies, but think about it in the terminologies of now. And what can you do now to bring about the event? What you can do now to bring about the dropping of the illusion and all of the programming, what you can do now to spread the light as much as you can. Do not focus on the future, because if you continue to focus on the future only, you will not continue to be in the now and create the future that you want to have. Okay? Shoshana?
Yes. Shoshana wishes to share a perspective, if we may.
Yes, of course. Thank you.
Our dear brother this is curious to us, and what the message that has been given to us to give to you is that the way that this planet operates is in generations. So if we do the math, 1937 is 18 years from now.
2037.
What did I say?
1937.
2037 is 18 years from now, which gives us another generation. So what we would say that is encoded in this message about the year 2037 is that all those beautiful souls that are currently entering the planet as children, as babies, as far as 5 to 10 years before this date that we are in now, will bring this beautiful planet into a great spiritual maturity as they are coming in as great spiritual mature beings that wish to uplift the generations to come. So what we would say is that those that are entering now will be of great assistance in uplifting all that are on the planet beyond the fourth and fifth dimension as they are entering as fifth dimensional beings, and they will raise the vibration because of their very presence. So we see it as a generational upliftment.
I am most grateful. Thank you very much.
Very good. We move on. Are there any other questions here?
Yes, this is Brenda from Guatemala, and I want to thank you and Shoshana for guiding me here and to bring me to this group. I know you have been close because I can feel you. And my question would be more directed towards the first question that was asked. Some days I feel I'm blocked and I'm not flowing the way I would like to. I would like to know if how can I improve and how can I become more aware of the messages that are coming to me to help the group I belong to here in my country and to help the others who usually look for me.
The first thing that you need to do is what you are already doing. You are asking. You are asking for assistance. You are asking for how can you do this. And what we would say to you is to go with the flow, to allow the flow to happen. And that is the most important thing here, to continue to allow the process to happen as it needs to. Do not force it. Do not think in terms of, oh, you need this tool or you need that tool or whatever. The tool that you need will come to you as it is needed, whether it is the use of crystals, whether it is use of energy work, whatever it might be. It will come to you as it is needed. The messages will come to you if you ask. And then when you ask the messages, and this is what a lot of people do, they ask for assistance, they ask for a sign of some type, and then they get impatient when they don't get the sign immediately, or if they don't get the message that they are looking for. The signs can come in many different ways. And if you are patient, the sign will come to you. You just need to be ready to recognize it when it happens. Shoshana, anything to add yet?
Yes. Our dear sister, may we share with you our perspective on that which you asked?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Our dear sister, may we ask, is your country Guatemala? Did we hear that correctly?
Yes, you are correct.
Okay. So we wish to share one or two things here. When you say you wish to help people, that word is a non-specific word. Do you wish to help them with the basics? Do you wish to help them spiritually? What do you wish to help them with?
I want to serve in any way possible.
Yes.
I want to have a life of service.
And how is it then that you are serving others right in this moment?
Right now, I have a group every other week, and we gather there, and we work with the flame to help Gaia and our country, plus people who come to me in different ways. I try just to listen, and what I receive, I give the things, the messages or the information that comes through me. I try to be as accurate as possible. But sometimes it's hard for me to recognize whether it's me or not.
Our beautiful sister, you must see your heart is so open. You are so loving. You are such a woman of service in every way, in every moment. To ask to live a life of service when you are living a life of service is no longer necessary. You are living a life of service, and you are doing all that you can do in this moment. So what you must give yourself is that gratitude and that love and that understanding that you are doing this for all that come into your path, as that is your great desire to serve humanity, and you are doing it. You must acknowledge this in every moment and not see as if it's something in the future for you, because it is in the present for you, and you are presently doing it. As far as messages, you must do your best. You must do your best and know and acknowledge that you are doing your best. As you mature spiritually, as you move up in consciousness, the messages will become more and more clear to you. But you must be patient with that and allow that to happen organically for you, as all that are going through the process of spiritual maturity must be patient with that process. So we tell you now, we see you. You are loving and perfect in everything that you are doing in this moment. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.
Very good. Are there any other questions now before we release the channel? Then we are ready to release, and we ask you to listen to all of the advice that has been coming to you over periods of time. Take it all within you and continue to allow for the process to flow within you. Continue to become the being that you are not only meant to be, that you already are. You came here as that being. And it is time for you to more and more realize the power that you have within you to become that that being that you were always meant to be here. And the more that you do that, the more that everything will develop within your life and become a flow within your life. Whenever you have questions, whenever you wonder, is this the right thing to do? Is this the right thing to do? And it goes naturally and easily, then you will have your answer that this is what is meant for you. But if you ask for assistance and wonder if this is what you need to do, and it comes with resistance and all of this, then you will know that it is not the flow of the universe going through you. It is the resistance within you that is holding you back. So we would say to just simply go with the flow and allow for the events, and we say plural here, events to occur, the waves of energy to continue to come in, and to continue to be in the now in every moment that you can. And as always, to look for that joy within every moment, as opposed to looking only for moments of joy in your life. Shanti, peace be with you. Be the one. And Shoshana may have a closing statement.
We wish to share two things. We wish to share that doubt lies in judgment. When we doubt who we are, when we doubt what we are doing, when we doubt ourselves, we lie in judgment of ourselves. And judgment will cause us to step back rather than step forward. We must, in every moment, see doubt as a false thing. It is not real. It is a false thing of the ego, and it lies in judgment. And we would say the second thing is to trust. Trust lies in faith. We must continue to have faith in what is going on here and trust the process, as it is a process. And if we stand within that process in our faith and trust that all is well and all is moving forward, it will. So please heed these words. Do not doubt. Have faith and trust yourself. Namaste.